Welcome everyone once again to Formula Prox, round 5 of our fall 2020 season. What an evening it is going to be, guys. The drama has begun before the cars have even hit the track, and not least of which being the fact that our man Robert O'Brien, the man, the myth, the legend, is not going to be with us tonight because he's feeling a bit under the weather. If you know Robert O'Brien, I hope that you'll reach out to him and ask him if he's feeling well and wish him a speedy recovery. He doesn't have anything sinister. I don't think he's just feeling a little bit under the weather. And he lives in the he lives on the Emerald Isle, so commentating on these races for him is a 1 a.m., 2 a.m. sort of proposition. That's a good time to be asleep if you're feeling a bit under the weather. Well, thank you so much. I am Jim Hodgson. This is Formula Prox. Thanks again for joining us. In the production booth tonight will be Dennis Branch, the other man, myth, and legend, thankfully feeling at the top of his game tonight, as he always is. Well, here we are at Spa of Francorchamps tonight. If you're not familiar with the pronunciation of the name of the track, it is Spa Francorchamps. And anyway, we're going to have a great race tonight. Now, if you're not familiar with us, let me tell you a little bit about Formula Prox. We have developed a very unique balance of performance system. And what that does is it punishes drivers who do well in the series by asking them to drive in slower cars. And we lift up drivers with a more, shall we say, average performance by giving them slightly faster cars. However, if you would like to take a 10-point championship penalty, you are allowed to drive a car which is not the one that you were supposed to be driving. Now, if you go on our website at fprox.net, you will see a list of the cars that everyone is supposed to be driving tonight. And if you look at that list, you will see that our drivers, Flannery, whom we're seeing here, and Michael Day, whom we will, I'm sure, look at in just a moment, are both in the Skip Barber cars, even though they were supposed to be driving the Legends cars tonight. So they've both elected to take the 10-point penalty, most likely because they feel that the Legend does not quite have the legs to get around Spa quite as fast as the Skip Barber car. So, even so, it will not be a one-mark race tonight because the MX-5 cars will be piloted by Mr. Carter Kundinger. And there is one other driver in the MX-5, and there he is, Carter Kundinger, in his AOD racing livery. And there is the other MX-5 driver. It is, of course, Jonathan Greenberg in the Oregano livery. As we see, Chuma Onobogu is the first to get around the track and lay down a time of 2:53. Respectable, certainly respectable. Anything other than, anything less than about 3 minutes at Spa is respectable. But Wilmot is able to better Onobogu's time with a 2:51. So I'm positive that those times will come down as we're just seeing Greenberg navigate turn 1 at Spa, which is known as La Source. Here we head down through Eau Rouge. That looks like Flannery, followed closely by Wilmot through Eau Rouge, through the top of Radion. I am positive that Wilmot will not attempt a pass at Radion. The place for that will be the Kimmel Strait, which is where we see them now. Wilmot here in the shiny Pokemon livery as we ride alongside what looks like the top of his roll bar heading down the Kimmel Strait. And he might attempt some kind of chicanery here as they head into Le Camp. But no, he lets it breathe a little bit, and in fact drives straight off the track. Maybe Wilmot thinks that a 2:51 is going to be sufficient to see him through this qualifying section, which it may indeed be. It occurs to me, I'm reminded that the qualifying track limits at Spa are very restrictive. So it could be that the drivers are having trouble putting in a decent lap without any, without putting a foot wrong, so to speak. on the track limits, as we see Hazelton dipping wheels off the side. I believe that was at double gauche. So it is tough to put in a decent fast lap at Spa, because if you put a foot even just slightly wrong, you will take on a number or two, and that will invalidate your timing lap. So it'll be interesting to see. Yes, that is Hazelton navigating double gauche, also known as Pujon. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the drivers are able to turn in a suitable lap. Actually, I'll tell you that during the sort of pre-race chat on the Discord, the drivers were complaining and asking if somebody could help by helping to admin this session, and I think that's so that they want somebody to help clear the black flags, which is understandable. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, getting a black flag during a racing session is exactly the same as it would be in real life. You know, I mean, I realize that the whole thing about this racing series is that we're not real life. We're we're a kind of wackadoo for fun, crazy racing series with all kinds of ideas about what BOP means. But you know, you see there, as Day is navigating the course, he's putting a wheel here and there. Flannery able to turn in a time, goes to the top of the tower there with a 2:51, certainly respectable.